Hi, good afternoon.
So how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm okay, and you?
All right. What's your name?
My name is Ujuma Chooks.
Oh, nice meeting you, Chicks. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh, nice. So how old are you?
40.
That's cool. So what's the question for today?
Okay, I have three questions. So, but let me start with the first one, and that is really important to me. And right now, like I'm feeling it. It's like it's touching me. And my question goes like this: I have a fiancée. Every time I always watch her chat on her phone, and she will always be laughing. She always laugh and smile. So anytime I ask her, who are you chatting with? She'll tell me her sister's husband. So there was one day I was privileged to see the chat, to see her phone, and I read all the chat. I found out that she's chatting with her ex-boyfriend. And the content of the chat is not really what I would want to go into now, but I was really angry. I feel as if I really don't know how to put it, but I felt really, really bad that it was like the whole world was like coming down on me because literally everything that we've been talking, she reports to the boy. She tells the guy everything we discuss, every gist, and she is living with me in my house. So I really don't know what to do. I was kind of thinking, what should I do? Should I send her out? Because to me, it seems like it's going nowhere between us. So I was thinking, should I send her out or should I let her people know? I am really confused. That's why I said, let me ask you, and maybe I can get one or two tips from you. Thank you.
How old is she?
Yeah, she's 28.
28. Okay. How long have you guys been together?
It's been like 2 years now. It's
Hey,
going to 2 years now.
so do you make any plans to get married to her?
Yeah, because in our custom here in Nigeria, yeah, we do some like I've gone to see her people. I've gone to see her people. I took my family there to see her people, and from where she comes from Delta State, the same state with me, we have a tradition that we do. So I've seen the people. I went drink. We call it just like engagement. I've done that.
So when is the
So
marriage?
that's why it's true, sir.
When is the wedding?
We've not fixed a date for that. We've not fixed any date for that. I just went to do the first necessary things to make her people know she's in good hands.
Right. You've been with a woman for 2 years, so you have not consummate the relationship into marriage. You're wasting so much time, and you're allowing yourself to be to be vulnerable. You understand? When you have a woman and you intend to marry her, I don't think it should take more than maximum 6 months. Introduction first 3 months. If you're very convinced of the woman you want, the next 3 months you go straight to the wedding. If you don't do that, this is what happens. When you just do introductions and you stop. And also, before I go further, does she have a baby for you? Do you guys have a child here?
No.
So now it's like somebody who goes to a car dealership and say, "Hey, I like this car. I want to buy this car, but let me test drive." You understand? So now it's okay. We can allow you to test drive a day. Then you now said, okay, there are two options. If you're not going to buy this car outrightly, we can lease this car for you or to you. And during the leasing, you sign the agreement that I'm going to have this car at so place. Depending on the agreement of the leasing. the the people, if you stop paying for the listing, they can come and repossess their car. And if it's a car that you bought, you understand, and you have made provisions for it, the conditions might be a little bit different to repossess it. You understand? The same thing applies to the kind of relationship you have. You're going to do introductions. You have not done the wedding. You've not made plans. You're still planning. There's no baby yet. You understand? The weddings and all those are ceremonies. Even if you get married, a woman can still leave you and still go to with another man, as long as you don't have a child. The child is probably the major thing that solidifies any relationship. Even when the relationship is not in good time, because the child is involved, partners tend to be a little bit careful before separations. But in this case of yours, that guy is not really interested in you. I think the honeymoon has expired, so she's still connected to her ex, and that's usually what happens with many of these young girls these days. It's easy for them to elope with their past relationship and go back to their ex. And the current guy, technically, they stayed with you because you're helping them. You provide a free accommodation, feeding, and all that. So the person that actually enjoys your woman most is the ex, the person she's chatting with. Because the guy can actually remote control your wife. Like if the man wants to mess up your home, he can tell the girl, your wife or your girlfriend, whatever it is, and say, hey, when he comes back, don't cook the food. He will send you out. When he send you, I'll come to me. Let's have some better plans. So just leave this man, come and marry me. I want to marry you now. You see that your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, your fiance will start misbehaving. So technically, this is what happens. Women go back to their ex, and usually those are the first set of people they have intercourse with or have some bedroom relationship with faster than any other person because they've had experiences in the past with them. So my advice for you is this. You need to sit her down and say, this is what I see, and this is going to be what's going to be the decisions. You understand? I'm not here to joke. I'm here for a serious relationship. If it's not working, let's end it right now. And if it's going to work, convince me that you're going to block this guy. You never have anything to do with him. On Facebook, whatever social media, you just have to find a way to delete it and probably get a new line and tell her to convince you that first thing you don't want to impose it. Because if you impose it, you always find a way to get around you. You want to ask her to convince you that she's really interested. Don't force her into it. If you force her into it, she'll still mess you up. You understand? Because she still has something she has forgotten. You understand? And no matter what you do, you can never change her mind. She will always go back because that's where
You always go back.
So your best option, tell her what you see, what you discuss with her. Tell her and if you're very convinced she has changed within the 2 to 3 months, you will know if she has changed. And if you're convinced, then you need to process the marriage as soon as possible. Even if it doesn't have to be, you don't have to do ceremonious one. Just go straight to the point. Go to the court, do all the necessary stuff, and say, hey, and also have a baby as soon as possible. Engage her. You understand? When you don't engage a woman, you give her rooms to start shopping around. But when she's so busy, hello? It looks like you're gone. But anyway, I'm going to finish up with this. Once she's so busy, she's likely not to be engaged with other things.